Many believe that despite the efforts that have been made by both political aspirants for the presidential post of the PNP and the documents that were signed and all of the measures that were put in place by the PNP Secretariat, nothing will put the PNP back together. Despite their mission of unity, it seems the party will always remain a divided unit. Member of Parliament for St. Andrews Southern and the 6th President of the People's National Party, Mark Golding, has been sworn in, and he has stated that unifying the PNP is his first priority. However, he has a very difficult task ahead for the next few months, going into 2021. There was an opportunity for him to gain some political advantage at that very critical moment when he was giving his victory speech on Saturday, November 7th at the PNP headquarters. He mentioned first that the delegates have made their mark for a leader who has proven that he has an excellent track record of delivering results, a leader who is not divisive, and a leader that is inclusive. Now, a statement of that magnitude would have signaled to others that he was making a comparison between himself and Miss Lisa Hanna, and many persons on Lisa Hanna's side may have taken offense to that statement. That opportunity should have been taken by Mark Golding to rein in the supporters from Hanna's presidential campaign team, and to rein in the PNP members and supporters who would have endorsed her for the presidency. It should have been an opportunity where he took the time to state that he was grateful for the delegates having chosen him as the 6th President of the People's National Party. But he should have also mentioned some good characteristics and should have said some excellent things about Miss Hanna in an effort to show a united front. Golding further went on to state that his wish was to have Lisa Hanna present at the PNP headquarters on Saturday. He further stated that he understood that she had made a commitment to be in her constituency in Southeast Senan. He further said, "If you were here, I would have asked you to come forward and join me on the stage. Comrade Lisa Hanna, thank you for a strong but very collegial contest. The word is love." Measures should have been put in place to ensure that Lisa Hanna was present at the PNP headquarters to join Mark Golding on stage whilst he gave his victory speech, or at the conclusion of that speech, to show a united front, to also show Lisa Hanna's supporters that all was seemingly well and that they were welcomed into the fold, and that their opinion and their presence and that of their choice for president was of value to Mark Golding, who is now the leader of the PNP. Mark Golding having made the statement that the delegates have chosen a leader who is not divisive. Who is he speaking of? Is he speaking of Lisa Hanna, who has been mentioned to be a very divisive and a non-inclusive leader, who does not have a proven track record of delivering results? Is this what he's saying? Is he saying that Lisa Hanna is the divisive, non-inclusive leader who the delegates did not choose to be the PNP president? Now, surfacing in the news is that Lisa Hanna has resigned as the treasurer of the People's National Party. Member of Parliament for Southeast Senan, Lisa Hanna, has resigned from her post as PNP treasurer. She indicated her decision to resign as treasurer following her loss to the shadow minister on finance, Mark Golding in the PNP's presidential elections that were held on November 7, 2020. Her leave of the position in the PNP executive is to give the party's new leadership a free hand to choose someone for that critical position. Following the defeat in the presidential elections, Lisa Hanna had mentioned that she was ready to work with Mark Golding to rebuild the divided opposition party. However, many persons are expressing their concerns as she was missing from Mark Golding's swearing-in ceremony, and she was also missing from the PNP headquarters, where members had gathered to celebrate his victory on November 7th. Many persons have also indicated that they would like to see Lisa Hanna included in the new PNP executive. Other posts that are available within the PNP include that of General Secretary and Chairman of the party, and also Deputy General Secretaries. Current General Secretary Julian Robinson said that both the posts of Chairman and General Secretary will be filled in the first executive meeting, which will be held by the National Executive Council on November 29th. The persons that they are considering include Angela Brown Burke for the post of Chairman and Dayton Campbell for the post of General Secretary. Other persons that are interested include Anthony Hilton. Jackson Robinson will resign after the PNP's selection of a replacement for General Secretary and Chairman. There was not sufficient planning and strategy that were put in place by the PNP Secretariat in an effort to secure an agreement prior to the presidential elections, which would have required that both Mark Golding and Lisa Hanna be present for the celebration of and the announcement of the winner of the presidential elections. They failed to acquire this agreement. Mark Golding and Lisa Hanna should have both been on stage on November 7th in a genuine embrace, and this should have been done to communicate a convincing message of advances towards unity within the PNP than just the words that came from Mark Golding at the PNP headquarters. By himself, that did not send a strong message. By both of these candidates being there, it would have also communicated that they were moving away from the divisiveness that had permeated through the party for at least 3 years. It would have sent a joyful and a cooperative affair and atmosphere across the PNP headquarters. Peter Bunting, who also challenged Dr. Peter Phillips in 2019, was not present at the PNP headquarters after it was announced that Peter Phillips had won the presidency of the party in September 2019 by 76 votes, and that led to some issues that damaged the PNP in that year and continues to have effects on the party. Dr. Phillips gave a speech that he said, among other things, this is not a time to celebrate and to leave out others in the party. We must come together, we must work together, but we must work together as one, and we must work together with discipline and manners towards each other. However, nothing happened of the sort. Everything changed. Everything remained as divisive as it was during the campaigning in 2019. Dr. Phillips did not invite Peter Bunting to join him on stage in 2019. And that further caused the permeating of ugly issues of disunity, and it even further intensified those issues of disunity within the party. Many persons believe that the victor of a political campaign must demonstrate humility and unselfishness via those unbelievable words. But more importantly, they must show it in their action. Mark Golding and the PNP needs to understand that they cannot just show it as just a front. They need to put the action in place to convince the members of the divided PNP that unity is something that they are serious about. There can be no more use of social media posts to scandal persons in the PNP, and there can be no more allegations about transactions, private and public, of some of the principals and those other supporters within the party. It cannot be coming from either Mark Golding's or Lisa. They cannot continue to act and use words or make statements that will further divide the party. For some reasons, many may argue that the use of smear, attacks, and malicious words and malicious statements have led to further divisions within the PNP, and this even happened during the recent presidential campaigns, which led to the selection of the 6th president of the PNP. It is time for change. It is time for them to match their action with their words. They need to change their behavior, and they need to work towards the mission that they have advocated so much for over the past 2 months. Many persons have also expressed concerns over the reasons behind Lisa Hanna's absence from Mark Golding's swearing-in ceremony on Tuesday, and even her scheduled absence from the PNP headquarters on November 7th. Although she issued a message saying that she was ordered to stay home for 4 days because she was not feeling well. She has said that she received an invitation from the incoming party leader, and she also told him that she would be absent, and she extended her best wishes. However, we hope that she will recover quickly and return to the party to play the critical role that we expect her to play, alongside that of Mark Golding, in ensuring that unity returns to the PNP. They need to understand that the idea of Jamaica being PNP country is no longer existent. They need to get themselves together and start being an effective and an adequate opposition party. And they need to prove that they are the choice for the Jamaican electorate. Now, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do you also believe that the divisions will continue to permeate through the party? And do you also believe that issues exist behind Lisa Hanna's resignation as PNP treasurer? And do you also believe that she may have been taken aback by a swearing-in ceremony and the victory celebration at the